Here at the Japanese American National Museum, and we're here to do a little walkthrough of our newest exhibit, Don't Fence Me In, Youth in America's Concentration Camps. And this essentially chronicles much of the childhood and youth activities while they were incarcerated during World War II. And so the exhibit kind of takes you through time from before incarceration and then really dives into a lot of the aspects of different children and sort of what they would have done in the camps. We have a few different things. So this is like a Girls' Day set, which a Japanese American family and Japanese families would set this up at a certain point of the year to celebrate their daughters. And the daughter would receive all these dolls either from the family or different members or friends of the family when they were born. And the interesting thing about this set is, and sort of kind of like prefaces sort of a lot of the ingenuity of the community, is that they used orange crates to make the stand. So if you look at the back of this stand, you'll see like the Orange Company's print on the back, which I think is really, really awesome. The conditions were extremely subpar. It really was upon the families to put together activities for their kids and really advocate for their children to be able to give them not only just to preoccupy their minds and their time, but to give them a childhood that I think any parent would want to give to their kids.
My name is Jim Herr, and I am the director of the National Center for the Preservation of Democracy. We live sort of in these very strange times where it does feel at times like democracy is being attacked, especially in communities that are marginalized. There's this feeling that of when I go back to thinking about what it was like for me as a kid, growing up as a mixed race kid in an all-white community, how that impacted me and how I didn't think things were available to me because of that. And that's where this center comes in. We want this to be a place that will help people understand what their rights, and not only the rights are within a democracy, but what their responsibilities are, and that we all need to participate in that. We do that by leaning on this amazing history that JANM has collected and curated, the stories, the people, the collections, the history, all of that, we take into account that story. The story of incarceration during World War II and what that meant and how that was an affront to democracy. And we use that as a lens to look towards solutions for today, of what's happening today. So let's not forget what happened. Let's remember that democracy is fragile and it has happened before. And so how do we stop it from happening again?
As you go through each section, you kind of highlight a Girl Scout. You highlight the really sporty kid taking different pieces of what children had done and putting them together in sort of this conglomerate. And you see these are like hand illustrated, sort of like journal diary entries that one of the kids had done. On the back side of it shows that it was actually the sash that he used before he was incarcerated, because he had his Pasadena Boy Scouts patches. And so this was something that he brought with him into camp. It amazes me because I find everything, it's like, wow, this is amazing, you know? But then when you think of the circumstance that it was made in, and I think it just helped cushion a lot of how horrible the experience really was.
It stands as this place that will hopefully inform people, inspire them to act, and also create a sense of community for all of us.